Jimmy Kimmel Show to return after suspension over Charlie Kirk comments. U.S. comedian Jimmy Kimmel will return to his late-night talk show on Tuesday after he was suspended for making jokes relating to the death of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk. Disney, which owns the U.S. broadcast network that airs Jimmy Kimmel Live, said on Monday that it suspended the show because it felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. "We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday," Disney said. The comic's abrupt suspension came after threats by the federal TV regulator to revoke ABC's broadcast license, sparking nationwide debates over free speech. U.S. President Donald Trump had welcomed Kimmel's suspension and suggested that some TV networks should have their licenses taken away for negative coverage of the president. Trump did not address Kimmel's reinstatement when a reporter asked about it during a White House event on Monday. Sinclair, the largest ABC affiliate group in the U.S., said on Monday it will replace Jimmy Kimmel Live with news programming across its ABC affiliate stations from Tuesday. "Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return," it added. Sinclair previously called Kimmel's remarks inappropriate and deeply insensitive at a critical moment for our country, and said it would not lift the suspension before having formal discussions with ABC. Nexstar Media, one of the biggest owners of TV stations in the U.S., also said last week it would not air Kimmel's show for the foreseeable future. It has not yet commented on Kimmel's reinstatement. Critics and First Amendment advocates railed against ABC's decision last week as censorship and a violation of free speech. Kimmel, who has hosted the late-night program since 2003 and hosted 4 Oscars ceremonies, has not yet publicly addressed the suspension or the fallout. The row started after Kimmel said in his monologue on the 15th of September that the MAGA gang were desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and trying to score political points from it. He also made fun of Trump's reaction to the influencer's murder, showing a clip of the president responding to a question about how he was mourning the death by changing the subject to construction of a new White House ballroom. Kimmel compared the response to how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish. Brendan Carr, the Trump-appointed chair of broadcast regulator the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, threatened to act against ABC and its parent company Disney over Kimmel's remarks. The spat comes as Vice President J.D. Vance and other White House allies have been pushing a national campaign to punish anyone who has criticized Kirk in the wake of his death. Hours after Mr. Carr made his initial remarks about Kimmel's monologue, Nexstar said it would not air Kimmel's show for the foreseeable future. Sinclair followed suit and ABC announced that it would indefinitely suspend the program and demanded an apology from Kimmel, as well as a donation to Kirk's non-profit organization Turning Point USA. Mr. Carr thanked Nexstar for doing the right thing and said he hoped other broadcasters would follow its lead. Nexstar is currently seeking FCC approval for its planned $6.2 billion, £4.5 billion, merger with Tegna. Ana Gomez, the sole Democrat on the FCC, said on Monday that she was glad to see Disney find its courage in the face of clear government intimidation. Ms. Gomez also thanked Americans across the ideological spectrum who protested this blatant attempt to silence free speech and vowed to combat these efforts to stifle free expression. ABC's decision to suspend Kimmel was met with protests in California and lambasted by the Writers and Actors Guilds, lawmakers, and the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, alike, who argued that the suspension violates free speech rights and spurs a chilling effect. Kimmel's late-night colleagues, including Jon Stewart, John Oliver, and outgoing CBS host Stephen Colbert, rallied behind him, and hundreds of celebrities and Hollywood creatives signed on to a letter backing Kimmel. Ben Stiller, Jennifer Aniston, Meryl Streep and Robert De Niro are among those who called Kimmel's suspension a dark moment for freedom of speech in our nation. Critics have also called for the cancellation of Disney+, Hulu and other Disney-owned subscription services to cut into the entertainment conglomerate's bottom line over its decision to suspend Kimmel.